I loved our conversation about Mormon naughtiness.
I hated it.
No, we're not talking about my sexuality.
Huh?
Come on, that was crossing the line.
No,
What?
it's not about your sexuality. It's about you and Robin.
That was not a cool discussion.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Cody,
I
you
give
loved
a little
it.
bit here, so you don't have me in a good mood now. We're going to have to talk some more. I give a little bit here. It's like I give an inch. I'm generous. And it's like, well, let's dig into his life.
Okay.
I didn't think that was cool.
Oh, okay. You know what I didn't think was cool? When Cody abandoned 13 out of his 18 children. I'm just saying. And also, why did Cody assume that they were going to talk about his sexuality? Not once was his sexuality brought up. So, like, Cody, because I know that you watch TikTok, obviously, two different things. Sexual experiences and your sexuality are two different topics, my friend. Not once was Cody's sexuality brought up, and also we're gonna have to talk more later. Like, Cody, this isn't your show, okay? Suki can ask what she wants, and you can deal with it. You were ha-ha-haing about it 5 minutes ago, and now you're mad about it. So, like, I slapped him for speaking to me like that, I'm just saying. But also, can we please stop saying Mormon naughtiness? It's funny how Cody has zero issues bringing it up himself, but if somebody else does it and he can't control the narrative, then he can't stand that. So, Like, I think you're going to be okay. You're a grown-ass man.
So is monogamy going to be enough for you?
You know, Cody's going to be enough for me. I had a different plan for my life. My life was, I was going to live plural marriage.
Okay.
I was going to be a part of a big picture, a big family. That's
picture.
been taken away from me. So I will never unchoose Cody. Like, I always choose Cody. So it's like, however it is, it's with Cody.
Are you afraid of...
So, like, let's lay down the logistics of this, okay? Robin has been living monogamy with Cody since 2020. She was a monogamist prior to meeting Cody. She spent 10 years being a sister wife, but I think like 14-ish years combined being a monogamist. So she'll always choose Cody. That's what she just said. But that wasn't the question that Suki asked. Suki asked if monogamy would be enough for her, not if she chose Cody. Suki asked Cody if he's afraid at some point that Robin would leave if his anger persists, and Cody said yes, but, and that she's loyal, but the difference with him and Robin is if they split up, that they wouldn't talk bad about each other, and they would still love each other. And boy, oh boy, do I not believe that for one fucking minute, since Robin took a whole ass season to slander her ex-husband's name all over national television. I bet she'd start talking. Suki said that if Cody stays angry, that he feels like, how can Robin tolerate it? And Robin said that he's coming out of it. He's been coming out of it for like 3 seasons now. And that she feels bad for people who have just only known Cody for the last 2 or 3 years because they only know one version of him. And that's the hardest version of him that Robin's ever known. His anger caused by himself. He's angry at things that he did that had repercussions. Because people aren't seeing the guy that she knew before that. And then the damn Sedona marriage retreat was brought up because they filmed these tell-alls in Sedona. And I just don't... Why are we rehashing things from, like, season 6? Yeah, season 6. If my math's correct.
Love it. Coming back to Sedona, I was a mess. I was like, I can't believe I have to go back to that town. Because Sedona was where I understood how little I mattered.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I'm even making sense.
No, it makes sense because I remember
Okay.
that therapy session in Sedona where you guys had to figure out where your position was in the family.
Oh my gosh, that one too. That was crazy.
And then you had to figure out also where you want to be.
So it's no secret that Christine hated the therapy sessions. And honestly, that episode is a very cringe episode to watch. But I hate that Sedona brings up those memories for her because Sedona is like so fucking beautiful. And I also wish that we weren't rehashing topics from 2,439 seasons ago. But what Suki took away from the clip is that Christine just wanted to be seen by Cody and she was right there. And that's what she was asking for, but Christine said like she couldn't ask for that because she couldn't put herself first because they were all team players. And none of them had their needs met as much as they should have. And by none of them, she means herself, Mary, and Janelle. Robin doesn't count because Robin would tell the wives that she would make Cody stay till conversations were finished, and he would. And I guess Robin projected her needs, but to what extent? Robin tells us that she has found that if men will fight with a woman like she's a man, if she's fighting with a man, and she basically has to remind Cody that he doesn't need to be super aggressive with her and pull his emotional sword out, ew. And she's going to talk to him as a woman, not a man.
At this point, I don't know the point of the exercise because it's... Yeah,
I don't know. Are you happier then or are you happier now? I mean, it's kind of like that was 11 years ago. You guys are setting
still
forth.
had goals. See, we were all still focused on working together. No, Christine wasn't happy there at all. Right. My goals weren't like my ultimate happiness. My goals were to have the family working well together.
Then.
Yeah, well, my goals were still clear through moving to Flagstaff. I just lost faith.
Oh.
I literally was like, this desire for where all my wives are connecting with each other shattered in Flagstaff.
He has health goals, okay? Do you guys remember that episode? I don't remember what season it was in. And he lost his faith by not talking to 3/4 of his family after they moved to Flagstaff, but okay. He's sort of happy now, I guess. He's so worried about them trashing him on TV than anything, because he's only brought it up 11 times, but he made it clear that he was happy at home. Once again, a loss for the OG 13 kids, who a majority of them just want a relationship with their dad, but don't worry, everyone, he's happier at home.
Let me ask you the bigger question. Would you do it all over again?
Oh.
Marrying these women and living a plural life.
Big question.
Would you do it all again?
No.
And all of the stages. Lehigh, Las Vegas,
It was the
Flagstaff.
experience that I had, and now that I've had the experience, I was like, I wouldn't do it again.
Oh.
So I did it. I had the experience, and we're still in the throes of the breakup.
I'm going to cut it off because the man said no. He wouldn't do it all over again. If that means he wouldn't get these wonderful kids and memories, but he wouldn't do it all over again, that's a question that he said he can't answer for 10 years. And do you want to know why he won't answer it for 10 years? Because it's going to take him another 10 years for him to get over his ego hurting. Yep. The answer could have been easy. If I was guaranteed my amazing children, then sure I would. But once again, Cody's ego stands in the way, and he's like, no, I'd never do that again. Like, okay, just like, screw all the memories and everything that came with that, but whatever. Suki asks Mary if she still believes in polygamy. She still thinks that it could work if all parties are committed to it, and then she wouldn't do it again at this point of her life. She is a monogamous.
Would you ever see the possibility of staying in polygamy, taking another wife?
If the other 4 wives were still in?
No.
Oh, just me and Robin?
Yeah.
No, hell no.
Oh.
And I'll tell you why. Because we already failed.
Oh.
I would never try plural marriage again.
Oh.
Because at this point, it's off the table because it was taken off the table.
Oh. They failed. Cody and Robin failed at polygamy. Okay. And Cody, like, to be fair, nobody wants to try plural marriage with you. I speak for everyone on that. He made it very clear during the season that he was a monogamous, so let me speak for those who watch these recaps and assume that he would take another wife. No. The answer has been no for a long time. He doesn't want to fail again. It would hurt his little ego. Suki asked Robin if she still believes in polygamy, and she said that it's tough for her if she had a guarantee and Cody was up for it, but she's scared to death of it. Suki asks if they found someone who filled the parameters, aka their bank accounts. Then Robin said God would have to talk to her about it and she would need a real sign. Maybe struck by lightning for the second time in her life would be enough or something like that. But finally, we're at the end of the episode. It's the last 6 minutes, and we're on page 6, almost 7, by the way. Suki is back with Janelle and said the last time that they spoke, Janelle would be open to polygamy, and she said she's not going to say no, but she doesn't foresee meeting anybody in polygamy in the South because that's where she lives now. And sure shit, she ain't meeting somebody on that app that you swipe.
Dating on those weird apps that you swipe.
Like Tinder.
Yeah, no.
I met my husband on
Describe what
Tinder.
you're looking for.
Someone who's very solid, who knows who they are. Not super flashy.
Oh.
I'm kind of done with flashy. Someone who's not so high maintenance. I definitely don't want someone who's such a prima donna.
You said not high maintenance and not a prima donna.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I guess take that how you want.
Janelle's calling out Cody so fucking hard, and it's so great. Suki doesn't know how to take it, but I'll tell you how I took it. She wants the opposite of Cody, end of story. Then it goes to the sneak peek of Mary and her box of stuff and Janelle not being an asexual person. We already knew that. We already know. I never in my life have assumed that Janelle was asexual. I know she's a freak in the sheet. That Earth Mama Taurus woman, she knows the business, okay?
And you deserve all that and all the goodness.
She does.
And I thank you so much for being so honest on this couch. Yeah. We've had these conversations, and my hope is that we can get everybody on a couch together.
Yep.
And we could do this one time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
I'd really like that.
That could happen. That would be very interesting.
That is the second time in this tell-all, specifically in this part, that everybody sitting on the same couch has been brought up. And that's where I started to be like, are they trying to foreshadow for season 20? Are they all going to sit on the couch together? Because I want this for a series finale. If they decide that season 20 is the last season ever, I will host it with Suki. I will meet with Suki, put them all on the couch. Let's call out all the bullshit. I'll pull the clips. Zero problems. You don't even have to pay me. I just want to do it. End of story. Suki then asks David if David has got any friends to introduce to the ladies, and apparently David's sister had put him on farmersonly.com, and they wouldn't disrespect Janelle by saying, oh, we're going to put her on farmersonly.com. Like, it's a joke, because Janelle owns a farm now. And, Suki thanks them for being there as well. So that was like the end of Janelle, that was like the end of Christine's segments, and then it goes to like Mary, and then like Cody, and whatever.